Hi, it's Laura from the Charleston Holistic Center, and today's triad is desire, love, and transformation. You may think you know what I'm about to talk about, but you may not. And if you've been watching my videos, you may know that I've talked about desire about 5 weeks ago. So it came up. It came up recently. So I'm guessing the universe wants me to talk about this. So I'm just going to run with it. So desire is asking us to really look at what we desire to come into our lives. Okay, are we talking a job? Are we talking a house, a car, a relationship, children? I don't know. What are you really desiring? It could be something really big, or it could be something as simple as a new recliner. Right now, I'm desiring a fixed driveway. With these desires, we're being asked to check to see if they're realistic and attainable. Okay? They can be big, beautiful, incredible desires, but is there a realistic chance for you to get them to them? Is it realistically attainable at some point? Okay? They need to not harm anyone. Okay. Anyone includes yourself, so that means no drugs, no stalking, or anything like that. Just saying. Okay. If we have unattainable desires, they can lead to mental health issues, depression, and something like that, because we keep desiring this thing that we'll never get to. Example, you desire to be married to a famous movie star. If you're not someone who's in that movie star's social set, the chances of meeting them and falling in love with you probably really small. And so what you're doing is not having a relationship that you could have with someone because you have this desire for this unattainable thing. And that leads to sadness, certainly, aloneness, most likely. Things. So we're looking at desires that are attainable and helpful. Now, I said driveway because ours was destroyed and is currently not usable. So I really want a fixed driveway right now. And that is an attainable desire and a helpful desire. It's taking a little time to attain this, but it's what I'm wanting right now. How do we get our desires to come through for us? Well, it's about resonance. Law of attraction, yes, but law of resonance even more so. What do I mean by that? Well, we draw to us what we resonate with. Okay? When we resonate at the proper frequency, we draw that, whatever that is, to us. All right. And this is where love and transformation come in for us. Okay? And love here is about love for yourself. Okay. It is nearly impossible to attract great things when we hate ourselves. Just really, really tough. And here's a test. Go to the nearest mirror. Look yourself directly in the eyes and say to yourself, I absolutely love you. Pause the video, go do that. Now, here's a question. Could you do that really easily? If you could do that really easily, good for you. Awesome. if you flinched, if you cringed, if you couldn't even look yourself in the eyes. Ooh, okay. Because loving the self is a really big part of getting the proper resonance. If you could not complete that mirror test, then there's some work for us to do. And I would love to help you work with this, because loving the self is a big deal. And we're not talking about narcissism. Oh, no one wants to deal with a narcissist, right? Okay, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about being truly good with who you are currently. We are all works in progress, but we are also all works of art, with all of our flaws and all of our faults, but all of our beauty and all of the magnificence of who we are. So we can be good with ourselves, knowing that we're working continuously on improving. Okay. So this is where we bring the transformation into it. If you're not great with yourself right now, and the energy you're putting out is somehow not what you're wanting, then we got to do the transformation, because we need you at the right resonance to get your desires. And the faster you transform, the faster things start coming to you. What are we transforming? What do we have to transform? Well, maybe it's habits, maybe it's beliefs, maybe it's patterns, maybe it's emotional states, maybe it's your spiritual connection. So many more things. If you want your desires, your attainable, helpful desires, even if they're big, huge, magnificent desires, if you want them to come to fruition, you have to be willing to transform to meet them. Okay? It's about transforming to meet them. And you have to be willing to do that. Here's my question. Do you know what you need to transform? If you do you know how to transform it? If you answered no to either or both of those questions, this is where you work with a coach, okay? You don't need a counselor to do this. You need a coach, all right? If you don't know how to do the transformation, you need someone to help. Because if you want your desires to come through, you got to transform to meet them. So let's do this. You don't have to work with me, but find someone, because the sooner you start, the sooner you reach your desired goals. Thank you, and namaste. Ah.